right? And it's different. Getting where you want to go on social media is different than what you think it is, right? So that guy we just saw, the dude who was shaking his extra skin, okay? That
Mm.
guy became a big creator, making money by doing something that was crazy, outrageous, and unsafe. Okay,
Yep. And look what happened.
yeah, he did. He was doing these 10,000 calorie challenges. Okay, a 10,000 calorie challenge is 10,000 calories in one meal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, he was doing stuff like that, and he was doing it, and he was not taking care of his health at the same time. He was just letting himself
Yeah.
go, right? And his weight gain actually created controversy and got him more subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Outrageous behavior and actually wrong behavior can oftentimes lead to financial success on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. You like
Okay.
to see fat people eat.
Yeah. Now, like Mikey Chen, which I've mentioned his name, that dude eats crazy amounts of food. Okay. He is, I'm not going to call, he doesn't do mukbangs. What he does is he does reviews. He travels the world and he eats. Okay. So he was in the Philippines once and he ate at a restaurant. And when he eats in a restaurant to review it, he orders everything. He orders like multiples of everything. And he doesn't just take a taste. He eats most of it. So you'll see a
Yeah.
table laden with food and he will eat most of it. It's crazy that this guy can do that. Okay. And to look at him, he looks average. Okay. He's kind of stocky. He's got a good shoulder set. So you can tell that he's underneath. I mean, he's got a little layer of fat. Asians carry fat easier. So he's got a little layer of fat. If he wasn't eating like he eats, he'd probably be jacked and ripped. Okay. Because of the way he works out. He works out
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
to keep that weight off. But he eats so many calories that he pretty much basically he has to work out extra hard just to look normal.
Man, Armand, it's funny because it's like, I'm venturing into this space. I went to New York. I was just in New York yesterday,
Were
and
you?
like, yeah,
I didn't know that.
and I did cooking. I mean,
Eating
restaurant
video.
reviews while I was there.
What kind of food did you
You know,
try,
we went and tried some Jamaican food. I was in the Hell's Kitchen area,
dude?
so I
You should
went
have
and
got you.
tried.
Okay, next time you go there, you got to go to Chinatown and you got to eat greasy basement Chinese food.
No, like me and my girl, I was telling her about that. Like,
Oh, were you?
no, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was like, one of the things about this trip, this is the first time I've been to New York where I actually knew where I was at.
Okay.
Like every time I've been in New York, like I was kind of like to the mercy of like a guide.
Oh,
But this time I'm like, oh, I know exactly where I'm at. I know how to go places now.
okay.
But also it was like I didn't go out there just for cooking videos. It was just, because I'm in this space now, it was in my mind. So we did Jamaican food. Of course, I did a bodega and
Oh,
got a chopped
cool.
cheese at the bodega. Um, I went to one bodega and like, because we're talking about the portions, right?
Mhm.
I kind of got on myself about not just spending more to make the video. Like I went into two bodegas, right? I went in one bodega, and of course, like I'm thinking just for myself. All I really wanted was something to drink,
Okay.
but I'm like, no, you idiot! You're supposed to go and get food out the bodega. You're supposed to get a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
was kind of kicking myself in the head. Then, like later on, we went out to eat. Went to a Jamaican restaurant. This is Jamaican restaurant called Jasmine's, and it
Okay.
was actually pretty, really, really, really good. I got jerk chicken. My girlfriend got the curry chicken, right? And I'm like, no, you idiot! You're supposed to get the oxtails. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to eat all the
You're
oxtails.
supposed to get the craziest stuff that kind of restaurant's known for, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm thinking that, but then also it's like I got my steps in while I was there. Like I already knew, like that was already my thing. Like my girlfriend took my son to see Hamilton.
Did you
So I
really?
had, yeah, that's why we went, really.
Really? Okay.
I didn't want to go see no play. I already told, they was like, what you gonna do while we watching the play? I was like, I'm gonna be outside. And that's what I did. I was outside. I walked all through Hell's Kitchen. I went into the pier because I didn't
Okay.
know that they had cruise
Yeah.
ships that come to the pier. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. So I went to the pier in New York. I just did I went to Venice shopping. I did a whole bunch of stuff while I was out. and then like of course the food thing. But it was like I got my steps in. Like I wasn't. I'm not going into this to get fat. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I'm already a nice size, and
A
I
nice
plan to
size like
lose.
that.
Yeah, and I plan to lose weight, but I know like with this journey that I'm going on as far as like creating content around food,
Hmm.
and like I'm surprised that like that was like 3 videos that I knocked out in New York, just light work. And I got a whole little library that I'm actually building where I'm like, hey, you need to hurry up and start putting these things out because it's like I'm kind of deep,
Yeah,
but I'm not going into it to get unhealthy, if
yeah.
that makes sense.
That's the
You know what I'm
danger. I mean,
saying?
if you're creating content, if you're creating, especially if you're creating food content, the danger is there that you slide into a position of like, especially, I mean, like, I know for a fact that some people who create food content don't eat it,
Yeah,
or they share it with a large group of people. Okay, it's
yeah,
okay to make, like, if you're gonna make food content and inviting all your buddies over to share the food afterwards, that's perfectly fine, right? And some guys, you know, when you get big enough and when you're making money from your channels, when you're making money from your accounts, right? It's a job now. I mean, like, you're not making that food to eat it. You're making that food. It's a prop,
yeah,
right? You may take a taste, but you may never actually eat it because you already
right.
ate, right? You can't, and that's the thing. That's something I've discovered this, right?
Mm.
You can't try to. I mean, this is what a lot of people will do. They'll try to make their content about what they're going to eat. So they'll kill two birds with one stone. They'll film themselves making lunch or dinner or breakfast, right? So
Yeah,
the video or the Instagram content they're creating is what they're going to eat, right? That's hard to do, right? It's hard to vary your diet. I mean, so rather than do that, you just plan the content that you're going to create, and you're going to make a lot of it. Because
yeah,
if you're going to just create it to eat it, sometimes it doesn't come out right, or it doesn't look as appetizing as it could. You realize, oh, I could have done this better, and then you do it again to make it better. Like some of the best sandwiches you see on Instagram are held together by like those barbecue skewers, right?
oh, true.
A
Yeah,
sandwich that's 9 inches tall is not going to stand up by itself. I mean, like, it's held, and then they brush it with food gelatin to make it shine.
true.
That's what you do.
But it's so weird. Like when I make food like that, I think it's look ugly. Like, but man, you'll be surprised. I think it's also because people might be hungry while I'm cooking. Be like, man, that should look good. I'll be like, really? Like, I think this is like the most unappealing food that I wouldn't eat this if I saw it on camera.
Mm.
But I also like it's just how I cook. People be busting it down when
Well,
when
actually,
I
I
cook.
think that's some of the best content is cooking for people. When you cook for
Yeah,
people, you don't really present a dish that's plated up. Like you you plate it to serve it to somebody who's going to eat it casually, right? So versus like a good example, like binging with Babish.
uh huh.
Okay, actually, it's not called that anymore. What does he call himself? I think he uses his real name now.
Oh wow.
But he's very well put together video, and he's prepared. He's preparing, and when he does everything. When it comes out and it's done and it's plated, it looks restaurant quality,
Professional.
right?
Yeah.
That's what he creates, right? The aesthetic is really solid in his videos, right? But he always creates them solo.
Yeah.
In a few of his older ones, he would actually take a bite. In some of his other videos, he just presents it and it's done, right?
Right.
But when you're doing videos more casually with friends or with participants, and you're cooking, you're talking, and then you serve it to them, it's just it's like eating in the backyard, right? So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about the perfect plating.
Actually.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
That's
that's some of my content too right now because I think I recorded 2 videos where I threw parties in my backyard and I cooked for people. Like one I made smash burgers and another one I made tacos.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
good
funny.
content.
Like when I made the smash burgers, they wanted tacos. And I was like, it's like word, but it came out really really good because it's like how you said it's not about the plate, and then it's not. I'm not just cooking for 10 people. I was cooking for like 40 plus.
Oh dang.
Yeah, like the taco one is probably the most interesting one because you'll see me put like 12 tacos on the flat top,
Mm.
and you see me putting putting the ingredients on them and plating them for each person. The only thing like and I just learned a new trick where I know how to stream this stuff now. I can't stream it on Twitch, but I know how to stream it on YouTube.
Okay. You're talking through OBS?
No, through my glasses.
Oh, okay, got it. Got it.
Yeah, the reason why I don't know why, and it's just me. I have not perfected using a camera to record. Using these glasses has actually pushed me forward because like I don't know, it's something about the camera I can't get it done.
Mm.
But like using these glasses, that's why I'm like after New York, like after doing New York this weekend, I was like I need to hurry up because I was like I have a lot of content that I'm
Raylo,
not
there's
released yet.
some after you left the last time, Quentin and I
Mm.
talked about it for longer. We
Uh
came across a video by Peter McKinnon. It's a few years old, but he does a really good job of showing the three angle recording and editing.
huh.
Um, you should check that out. See, the reason why this is why you want to try to get used to using cameras. See,
Mm.
you have a single camera, right? You have
Yeah.
one camera, okay. Once you start investing in gear, right, and you have multiples, you have the ability to have multiples. Having multiple cameras, even without streaming, even without you doing like if you want to do a multiple camera stream, you like we have to set up that we're using here, right?
Mm.
But if you just wanted to create a video without streaming with multiple cameras, independently recording on cards on the cameras,
Mm.
it allows you to get content you normally wouldn't be able to get with glasses or streaming from your phone, right? Like
Mm.
like the way he does the way that he demonstrates it is he's doing unboxings. That's what he's
Mm.
doing. So he's got the camera in front of him. He's got a B-roll camera that has an interesting side angle, and he's got a top-down camera. All three are real cameras, right? None of them are hooked up to a computer, so they're all recording independently, right? And all of them have audio inputs. They all have mics, okay? And on top of that, he's got one really high-quality mic that he's recording from, right? So by having the audio input, he's able to use Premiere to take all the content and easily sync it up
Mm.
because each one has audio input. Without the audio input in each camera, you wouldn't be able to sync it up that way.
Mm.
But he only uses the audio from the quality mic for the whole thing. Once it
Mm.
syncs up, he just uses the video from the different cameras, and he's able to cut in and out. It's nice. And you can create
Mm.
multiple content types that way. You can create top-down video for your Instagram. So it
Mm.
doesn't have to be just for unboxing. It could be for anything, right? So the top-down video that you get from Instagram, like let's say you're doing blender stuff. So top-down things going into the blender, the side angle is a close-up of the blender of the base of the blender jug. So you see items being chopped. It's a close-up view of the actual blender working.
Mm.
Perfect for Instagram, right? So I mean, but you just want to get beyond the glasses, right? Because glasses have limitations, and the glasses are great as an item you throw into it, and it's great as and what they're really good for is behind the scenes, like what's his name, what's his name,
Kenji Lopez.
Kenji Lopez, all right. He doesn't use glasses. He uses a GoPro on his forehead.
Yeah, he uses a GoPro.
Same kind of thing, though, right? Same basic angle.
Mm.
But he uses that for his personal channel for certain things. But he also has real camera. You can see them when he's recording with his GoPro. You can see the real cameras off to the sides for other kinds of videos and for content that he's making for for his clients,
Right.
right? So yeah, I mean, like you have the gear, might as well learn how to use it.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, it's not like I haven't tried.
Yeah.
It's just the glasses was like the last, like I guess not even gonna say last ditch effort, but when I saw the glasses come out, I was like, I can use this for cooking videos. And I can move faster because it's like even my whole wave of cooking from going starting in the backyard and going into a restaurant, I didn't really document that because it was hard
Mm-hmm.
for me to just pull out a phone and just kind of capture what I was doing. I'm cooking. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was hard for me to do that. Even from the like I did get a couple times when I was inside the farmers markets where I was making certain type of content and it was coming out all right. But even that kind of got stopped because it was like the times when I'll try to make that type of content, I'll get bombarded with customers.
Okay. Now, I
You
mean,
know?
so what I'd suggest, I mean, like the simplest way of doing it, I mean, like you still use your glasses for the content, but what you should set up is you should set up the camera with a wide angle view, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's capturing the totality of what's happening,
Right.
right? Like imagine Babish with glasses on, using the glasses for. So I mean, like, so he has multiple camera angles now, right? Even in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning he did, but imagine only one angle, the main one, the one that shows him from the shoulders down.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, see, all that takes is setting up the camera from that position
Yeah.
and hitting record. But it takes another thing too, though. It takes a camera that doesn't stop recording.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think what's stopping you is the technicality of running the camera.
I mean that, but then like I don't know, like the glasses also is just like even I'm not just talking about cooking videos, and I'm doing review videos. I've gone to a lot of restaurants lately, and like that wasn't even.
Well, so it's different when you're talking about in public versus in a controlled environment.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, in public, I can understand why you want to use them, right?
yeah. Mm,
But in a controlled environment, like making cooking videos in a controlled environment, set up a camera to capture. Because the problem with the glasses is sometimes even when Kenji does stuff, sometimes it's too frenetic. He's moving around too much. You can't.
yeah,
I mean, but to have a camera, all you gotta do is take. It's about taking the extra time. I mean, sometimes some people just don't want to do the setup, right?
mm,
Like when I create videos, it's all can mean like it's all the lights, it's all the camera. I mean, like everything is set up to because the one thing you can't. And this is one thing, and I don't know how the glasses work with this. How do the glasses do with fluorescent lights? How does the image come out?
it's. I mean, for me. I feel like the glasses is the closest thing to um like a natural look. Like it does all right with fluorescent lights.
Okay, yeah, because with cameras don't do well. I mean, cameras you get the rolling waves
Yeah, no,
of fluorescent lights.
this is totally different. This is you're getting a good quality without having to do too much.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you're not getting you're only getting the point of view angle. That's the
Yeah,
thing. So
exactly. You're only getting the point of view, and then you
yeah,
also like how you just said, like you might move around too much. Like I've experienced that because I've done a couple of these things. I will move around a lot, but also it's like I'm getting a lot of content too,
true.
so it's a lot to kind of trim and
But this
everything.
is why I'm telling you to try. I mean, because remember, we when we talk about creating content, it's about
Mhm.
trying different things, right?
Yeah,
Because you don't want to keep making the same thing over and over again, right? I mean, you can make the same thing over and over again, but you want to throw in other things along with it, right?
hmm
And so, I mean, it's not enough to try throwing in something once and seeing how it does, right? You got to try different things, right? So,
yeah.
you do a consistent number of videos with a point of view angle because you don't know how because okay because Babish never tried it with the point of view angle. He did that thing the whole time, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean,
Okay.
like that's what I'm saying. He just found what worked, and he was able to continue with it. Right
But
now,
yeah,
and like I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're not right, or I'm like going against it. I'm looking at it as like what I'm going with what's working right now, And once I get to a point where I can like really focus and expand, it's going to be a great expansion, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
You know. So I mean, like I get what you're saying. Like shoot, I just thought about it. Like even like I reviewed a Guy Fieri restaurant.
Oh, which one?
It was this. It like it was in a, it was in a New Jersey airport. It was like a kitchen like bar scenario. Like it was like a market. It was like Guy
Okay.
Fieri's market, something like that. So it was like one side was a market, it was a bar, and then it was a kitchen.
What did you think of it?
The same way I felt about the other Guy Fieri restaurant. It's alright. Like it's cool. It ain't drop dead. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I think I had a breakfast burrito. Like we had did a red eye flight, and that was like what we had to eat for breakfast. Like it would, and you know, he got diners, drive-ins, and dives playing while you eating. But like when I ate it, it was cool. Like I don't
How was the pricing?
I would never be like, man, I need to go back. It was more of like, okay, it's in this
It's an
inside
experience. It's an
yeah,
experience. Oh, there it is. Let me try it. Right. How was the pricing?
expensive restaurant. I mean, it's airport quality food. Like
Yeah.
everything in the airport is more
I never
expensive.
eaten. Yeah, I hate eating in airports. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. The only reason we ate in the airport is because we came off a red eye flight.
What was that one called, Raymond? Flavortown Market or Flavortown Kitchen?
It was both. It
probably
was the
market.
kitchen and the market.
It was probably just called Flavortown.
Yeah, I think it was. It's called Flavor Town. I gotta go back and I gotta edit that one. I forgot what it was
Yeah,
called.
that's what I mean. Guy Fieri. See, guys, people like that are more about the brand and the marketing than it is about the food sometimes.
Yeah, it's totally about the brand. Like Guy Fieri, I'm so surprised because it was like he's a person I stumbled across. I never thought about Guy Fieri. It was just because when I had my restaurant, I was like, well, let me watch the Food Network and get a little bit better. Let me get a little bit better at this cooking thing. And diners and drive-ins and dives is like on repeat.
Yeah.
So that's why I got into the guy. Like I remember I used to, you know, diners, drive-ins and dives. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
It's
it would be in my head.
the attraction of the show was basically it's a slice of Americana. You know, it's a distinctly American niche. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Right. You know, that's the food is always supposed to be like it's a comfort food thing. It's not fancy food.
No.
Right. That's his. Yeah. Guy Fieri gets flack from the chef community.
Really?
Yeah, because
They hate him?
Well, I mean, he's gimmicky.
Yeah, it's a gimmick.
He's gimmicky, and he's not. I don't know. I don't know how they see him as in terms of kitchen skills.
Oh no, I don't look at him as a kitchen skills guy. I mean, I actually looked at it. I was like, you know what? I can do exactly what Guy Fieri is doing.
That's actually.
But I
Also,
think
he's relatable.
yeah, he's relatable. I mean, the only thing is like I feel like I can do better than Guy Fieri, but that's just how
Yeah.
I feel. But looking at what he does, I gain appreciation for it because I don't know how many episodes it is, but it's I ain't gonna say thousands, but it's
Oh,
definitely
dude, no, Diners Drive. He has more than one show. You know, Guy Fieri is
you got the grocery games too.
And as a content creator, Guy Fieri is a different kind of content creator. He definitely is a content creator, but he's a content creator on networks and cable state. I mean, like he's different. He doesn't, you know, he's not a YouTube content creator. He's not an independent social media content creator. He's a content creator with money behind him.
Yep, big
Right.
money.
And what I find crazy is this. I look at content creators with money behind them, and you got to think, what could they have done with the same concepts if they had just stuck to social media and YouTube instead? Right?
He could have did the same thing he doing on social media and YouTube.
Something close, but something not quite as. I mean, like it wouldn't be as polished because there would be no staffing,
No,
right? But eventually you could. I mean, and
Yeah.
he could have started it sooner. The thing about guys like that is that very few of them. I mean, like they have to get the attention of somebody who's willing to back them, right? Before they can make it big in that space. And there are some of them who flop. Okay?
Yeah.
Give you the perfect example of that kind of creator who flopped. Okay, they can afford to flop. Okay, because they make billions, as a family, they make billions of dollars already, right? Kardashians. I'm talking about I think it was on the Entertainment Network.
Yeah.
It was Cocktails with Khloe.
Oh.
Okay, basically, it's Khloe Kardashian gonna hang out with some of her friends, and they're gonna drink and talk
Right.
and talk about the drinks. Right? It's it's a little cocktail party, and as a concept, I think it's an awesome idea.
It was an awesome idea.
But because of how much it costs to produce it versus how much it started drawing in advertising wise, it was a losing idea. Same
True.
thing could have been done on YouTube or on Twitch. Could you imagine that show on Twitch lives? Could you imagine that thing live streaming on Twitch?
Yeah, it could have worked.
It'd have been
but
awesome.
That's also because like the Kardashians is like their E is their pocket. If it was coming directly out of the Kardashians' pocket, it would be on Twitch.
Possibly.
And it probably would have made more money.
Oh, you definitely. I mean, well, the thing is, it would still be around. I mean, it got canceled. It got canceled because it just wasn't. And the funny thing is, you don't know if that is something that she came up with herself and pitched it to E, or if that's something the E people came up with and pitched to her.
Right? Yeah, you don't know which one that's a very good question because I'm like, who did pitch that?
It could be either way, and I think that if it was her idea and she pitched it to E, I think it would still be going on something like Twitch or something like, because it's that concept is something you could do just straight up on Instagram. You don't have to have video. You can just take pictures of a bi-weekly cocktail party.
Yeah.
Right. You can get alcohol sponsors. I mean, like right away. I mean, like if you're somebody super famous and you're gonna have a cocktail party that you make short videos like twice a week from and just post them on Instagram and you'll definitely get sponsors.
Yeah.
I think that if it was her idea, she would have transitioned it. Maybe. I don't know. You never really know, but I mean,
it could have turned into a lot more. Because I mean, like when you look at some of them, like my New York trip, when I got to New York, of course, you've seen the big old billboards, right?
Yeah.
I saw Skim's ad. Skim, they collaborated with Nike, where it was a big Skims campaign where I was like, dang, Kim doing her thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where I like, the whole thing about being creator is like capitalizing off of it. Mm-hmm. And it's like of course, like maybe Khloe and Courtney didn't really capitalize off of it, but Kim and Kylie definitely capitalized off of it. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Just those two alone capitalizing on it was just enough.
Yeah. And think about if you look at something like Cocktails with was it Khloe or Courtney? It's Khloe, right? Khloe. If you look at that, so if we wanted to do that, okay, something like that ourselves, okay, we could do it from home, right? We could take my system, we could hook up 5 cameras to it for different angles. We could actually hook up 5. I could have bought another one that's wireless to have somebody have a cocktail cam to walk around the whole time as a fifth, as a 6th option for an input, right? We get one of us to man OBS to switch between the cameras as it goes. So the rest of them are all fixed in one spot and everybody has their marks, right? And we just make drinks and talk and get drunk and have fun, right? We just have one person running OBS at the time. It could be one of us, really, as we do this thing, right? And we get one guy to carry a camera around, right? We do the switching. We live stream it on Twitch and on YouTube if you want, and then we record it. And when we're done with it, pop it right on YouTube. How much does that cost to do? Lighting's all fixed. Okay, almost nothing, right? The guests are gonna be unpaid because it's free drinks, right? Now take that and put it on E. There's people operating the lights. There's people running the cameras. There's people. They're doing and all those people are union.
Yeah.
Right. They're all.
But you know what? Because just how I brought up Sky Sinet and you didn't know who he was. Sky Sinet they're doing the same level E is doing with their streams now.
Yeah.
But because I mean, like setting up 5 cameras ain't just like his homeboys doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even like the lighting, like there's lighting, you just don't notice it
Yeah.
because they're doing a good. They're doing a
Yeah, they're
good
doing.
job.
I mean, that's the point. I mean, like you can have it all fixed in place,
Yeah.
and you can. It doesn't take a crew to. I mean, like you can set it up once and leave it there, right? Like mine's here. This environment set up once. It's left, right?
Yeah.
The point is what it costs to run it on your own dime on social media or on Twitch or on compared to what it takes to run it on E, right? Because there's no way like when they create it on E, the staff. I mean, like the union is going to make them use lighting people, right? It's a job that I mean, like you can't just have the lights fixed in one place and just turn them on. You need lighting people to mean like they have to do their work, right? So I'm sure that when you produce something on E, there's going to be lighting people, there's going to be camera people. There's I mean all the union folks are there, right? And they're getting paid a union rate for their work. Every episode of Cocktails with Chloe, I mean, how much did it cost per episode to make?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, because of her fame, she could have easily just done that at home, right? Set up the cam. I mean, just set everything up and bring a consultant in to set things up once. If they want to pay somebody continuously, yeah, they don't have to even. But at that point, they don't have to pay they don't have to pay a union rate.
You'll
Right?
look up and do I'm just saying 1,000 just because you pay $1,000 for just one producer to produce the whole thing,
Yeah,
and after having the whole setup,
yeah,
$1,000 per episode, and
nothing, right?
he'll make 10 times
So
that.
how much you think an episode costs to produce on E?
Oh no, definitely like you looking at 30,000 each
Yeah,
episode.
right.
Yeah,
Craziness,
and
right?
that I think that might be
That
minimum.
might be minimal, right? It
Yeah,
just is crazy, right? And then so you could easily, so a person could have. I mean, the cocktails with Cody is a great. I mean, like it's a great idea. It's a bunch of people who, I mean, for them it's awesome because it's built in. They can bring in
yeah,
people who are just rumor mills. Just they can bring a lot of gossip into that, and people are just going to tune in to see a train wreck, right? Okay, we're going to watch a bunch of people who do dumb stuff anyway on social media, and they're going to be drinking. It's like it's a perfect formula, right? I mean, because they're bringing the people in with this fame, it's built-in audience. Now, of course, anybody can do this, like I described, on their personal time without very much expense at all, right? Will they get the automatic traction? No, right? But because it costs nothing to do, you can just keep doing it. And you can just keep doing it until it either works or until you decide it doesn't. And you can try
hmm,
something else, right? I mean, like, okay, this podcast, this setup here, right? We each have we each have a different level of investment for our studios, right?
right.
And it wasn't I mean, even at the highest level, it's not that much, right? It doesn't have to be that much, okay? Even if you get everything, it's not really that much in the grand scheme of things, okay? And then what does it cost to run it, right? If we wanted to just simply upload raw video, we could. We can
Hmm.
upload it just as is. I mean, at worst, slap a header and footer on it. Not header and footer. Slap an intro and outro,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty much what we kind of doing.
Yeah, cut it
Besides the
up.
clips,
Yeah, that's it. It's simplified, right?
right?
What do we do when we do this? I mean, mine's the most complicated, but it's not that complicated. With mine, turn on the lights, turn on the camera, focus the camera. That's it, and then press record with OBS. And turn on Zoom, send an invitation. You guys come on in. I turn on OBS, turn on Zoom. We record this. Right?
Yeah.
Easy.
You-